We hear about the violence, the disaster, the catastrophe, and we wonder, what about the days after the tragedy? What happens to the children who witness it, the children who are involved in it, the children who are friends of the victims, their families? What happens inside a child who suddenly becomes homeless? What about children living in shelters where youth-on-youth aggression is an everyday thing? What happens to a young person who tries to rescue a parent from a burning house but can't, and that parent dies? What happens in the days and months after that? In a word, trauma. Trauma happens. It happens in all of our families. And when it happens, we don't always know what to do or what to say. But it's critically important to know how to respond to trauma. Traumatic stress symptoms, if not dealt with at the time, can affect the rest of one's life. This is especially so for children. Parents who are trying to care for their child are also traumatized and often unable to see the effects on themselves. This makes it tougher to help their children. They need help too. The Healing Place is BuildaBridge's response. It is an 8-week drama and arts-based course aimed at training parents, teachers, and older youth, or anyone who works with young people, in how to recognize and respond to trauma in children due to violence, catastrophe, and disaster. It gives simple, effective tools, techniques, and resources that all of us can use. Teaching through drama and the arts allows people to become active participants in the training. It allows real-life visualizations and allows people to be able to try on and practice different ways of responding, and you get immediate feedback. The arts are powerful in helping people to tune into their own feelings and emotions, to communicate things that are hard to put into words, and to foster empathy for another person. The training covers 6 basic areas. Understanding trauma, what it is, how we define it, what are the kinds of events that may be traumatic to children, the symptoms of trauma and their impact on children, what are the behaviors that we will see when a child is responding to trauma, how to respond to trauma in children, gaining the language to do this effectively, as well as the use of books, toys, and other techniques for supporting them. How to increase a child's capacity to be resilient, helping them gain a language to communicate the trauma and to heal and recover. Awareness of resources, and when it's time to refer a child for more professional care. Caregiver self-care, the importance of helpers dealing with their own response to trauma in order to better help another person. The Healing Place is an important expression of BuildaBridge's mission to bring hope and healing to the most vulnerable people in our communities, people who often don't have access to or who cannot afford quality professional health care. With the escalation of murder, suicide, and disaster, the trauma of living, whether it be in the city, the suburb, the farm, or the mountain, is claiming too many children's lives. We want to reclaim those lives to a healthy future. The Healing Place is where that happens.